look to the camera now, and if you could tell me, obviously, you become somewhat of a hero in this final movie. How did you find taking on that character's role?
I don't know, really, Neville, hello. Neville's always been there, you know, from day one. He's always trying his hardest to do the right thing, but he's never really had that courage, and we really see this year that he's just, it just was, man. Oh, bless you all.
It's special, isn't it?
It is, it's emotional. And when you hear that many people chanting that, I mean, no, 10 years playing this character, it means a lot. Thank you.
You will have known from the books that Neville has a much bigger part to play in this final movie. How did you find out, and how did you prepare for the role?
Well, I remember I spoke to Jo Rowling. I spoke to her many years ago, and she said, I've just finished the Deathly Hallows, and I've written a really special bit for Neville. I think you're going to love it. And then I read it, and I was just blown away. And to be able to act it out in this film for everyone, I hope we got it right, you know? I really do.
Matt, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Matt Lewis.
Thank you very much, Ray, thank you.
I'll now send you over to Edith Bowman.
Yes, I am joined by Mr. Jason Isaacs. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Are we in glorious 3D?
We are,
You can
yes.
see every dimension of it. It is truly glorious, yeah.
You are genuinely, completely overwhelmed by this, aren't you?
A little bit crazy. Is there anybody left at home? Must be a great night for burglars in London. That's what I'm thinking.
This is like nothing Harry Potter's seen in terms of celebrating the films, and what a beautiful and befitting end.
Well, I'm kind of hoping for the heavens to open, because at every other premiere there's been a deluge, and it seems a bit odd for the sun to be out, but you know what it is a sign that people love these stories as much as we love telling them. People come to say goodbye, not to us, but to this whole decade of their experience.
What a great character to play.
Lucius is gorgeous, yeah.
Have you had a lot of fun?
I think people can hear us.
You can't, that's the 3D thing.
I didn't like to hear it.
He starts off in the series of films as a very strong character, but kind of ends up slightly differently, we should say.
He ends up as a broken, alcoholic, shambling husk of a castrated man, I think, which is pretty much parallel to my own life.
Method acting.
Yeah. No, the truth is, it's been a glorious journey, and every second of it, even playing a broken man like that, has been nothing but fun. And what's fantastic is to see, when you come out on a day like this, see how much people have loved watching the stories. I tell you, we've enjoyed making them every bit as you do, every bit as much as you love watching them. We're all fans. All of us who make it, the writers, directors, the actors, all of us love the stories, and we feel very sad to say goodbye.
Can you remember the first word you said and the last word you said?
The last word I said was help, I think. We shot something, I can't tell you that, but it wasn't going well for me. It doesn't go well for Lucius, I think it's fair to say. He deserves it. I think possibly the first line I said.
They'll tell you.
Oh, this is fantastic. Now, Draco, play nicely. So I said, now, Draco, play nicely. And I hit his hand, poor little Tom, I hit his hand with my wand, which is very, very heavy. And I didn't quite understand the weight of it yet, and it cracked his knuckles. This little boy looked up at me, and his face welled with tears. And I thought he was acting, I know. And then afterwards I realised he wasn't acting, I just hit him much too hard. I'm sorry, Tom, it's taken 10 years, but I'm very sorry.
He's grown up now, he'll love you for that.
It's true.
In terms of that, you've all, the kids have grown up with you guys, and you kind of surrogate family in a way as well. Has it felt like that throughout the 10 years?
It has, it's been lovely. What it's been like is, for me, is going back to your favourite holiday resort every year, and all your favourite people are there. But also, I'm not just a fan of the books and the stories, but the actors I get to work alongside, the likes of Alan Rickman and Gary Oldman and Melda Thornton and everybody else, I would queue around the block. I personally would camp in Trafalgar Square for 3 days to see them read the phone book. So, to get to work alongside them was a dream come true.
Now, I know for a fact that you've seen the film.
I have seen the film, yeah. It's pretty good, I can tell you.
Were you surprised? How did you feel watching it?
I felt like I'd had a huge emotion. I tell you what it is, the hardest thing of all, telling any story, telling a joke, is to get the punchline right. Making a movie for 2 hours to get the last 20 minutes right. And the filmmakers have taken 10 years worth of movies, and they've delivered a fantastic climax to it. So it's 2 and a bit hours of closure for all of us. And by the end, I was just drained, and I felt like I didn't want to see another frame of Harry Potter because it's a perfect ending.
Finally, Jason, what would you like to say to all these people here in Trafalgar Square, but everyone else around the world who's watching today?
I want to say thanks. I've had an amazing 10 years. I've absolutely loved being part of it, and I love being the fact that people say nice things to me. What they're really saying is how much they've enjoyed the stories, and we've loved having you enjoying them. So thank you.
Jason Isaacs, thank you so much, sir. Back to Alex.
Thank you very much, Edith. So if you are just joining us for this premiere live online on our webcast, then don't forget you can get in touch on Twitter. It's at SkyMovies_com. Hashtag your questions with Harry Potter Live. Now, you just saw Edith talking with his dad, and arriving on the red carpet, a member of the House of Slytherin is Draco Malfoy himself, Mr. Tom Felton.
Tom Felton? I'm shocked. I really believed he was a natural blonde. Unbelievable. The things that they lie to you in films, don't they? I can tell you as well, 55 litres of hair tint and hair dye was used on Harry Potter in the Deathly Hallows. I'm not entirely convinced it all went on Tom Felton. But who knows, maybe that's something you can ask him as he makes his way around. You are watching us live on Sky 3D and live to 18 cinemas around the country, and of course via the World Wide Web. We're on webcast as well. And this is the finale. It's the Deathly Hallows premiere part 2, and this is where it all ends. How does it end for Tom Felton? How does it end for Draco Malfoy? We will find out in a mere few days, and some lucky few will be finding out tonight here as we play the movies live a little bit later on in Leicester Square, which is almost, it's about a 5-minute walk from here, and we've built a sort of diagon alley taking us from Trafalgar Square, which is where you can see Draco himself right now, all the way through to Leicester Square, where the films will be shown a little bit later on. Tom always said his favourite set from the Harry Potter films was the Great Hall. I can tell you it was one of the first sets ever created for the Harry Potter films as well. And the Great Hall is absolutely huge. Such a vast space that could fit 22 London double-decker buses inside. I would imagine it would block it up. In fact, we've done something very similar just outside Trafalgar Square here as we speak. But 22 huge buses could fit in that Great Hall. Lots of people waiting for Tom. Secret panelling was built into the walls and the Great Hall as well, so that they could escape in case they needed emergency exits. They had 600 kids all inside that Great Hall at any one time, so if they needed to get out, they had secret walls just built around the outside. There's Tom. All the photos being taken of Tom, the press lined up to see him. Of course, Harry's arch-evil nemesis throughout the films. A bit of a reluctant villain though, and things might change for him in this final movie. No real shock if of course you've read the book. If not, we'll find out exactly the fate of Draco Malfoy very soon. All the fans getting exactly what they wanted. The amount of fans that have bought books as well. I hope they don't end up on an auction website, I'll be honest. Live 3D coverage as well. If you've got your glasses on, that man's head probably nearly knocked yours, so just be careful. More autographs as well. He's going to be making his way to the main stage. Alex is going to be talking to him. And of course, Edith is here live as well, bringing you all the action as it happens. In fact, as the stars of Harry Potter, The Deathly Hallows Part 2 arrive, we, of course, will be showing it to you live as well. The amount of fans that have dressed up is a little concerning as well. There's some serious face painting going on today. We said earlier that Daniel Radcliffe had 2,000 of the kind of shock look painted onto the top of his head. A lot of people also going with that look today as well. Still waiting the arrival of Daniel Radcliffe himself. Expected very soon. We know as well, Alex told me this very recently, that he was flown to New York to meet Daniel Radcliffe because, of course, he's very busy in New York at the moment, but he has flown all the way back to the UK for this very event. It really is the end of an era and an end to the phenomenon that has taken over all our lives over the last 10 years. Jason Isaacs is, of course, making his way around the carpet saying hello to all of the fans as well. The twins are still here, the Weasley twins. There they are. Well, there's one of them. It's really interesting to show you the scale of the event as well. None of these people seem to have reached the main red carpet yet, which just shows you how many fans. We've roughly worked out there's about 18,000 people here. I was given the job of counting. I'll be honest, I lost count around 1,000. And I made up the rest, but we're expecting around 18,000. And as we said earlier, many of these people have camped out over the last few nights. We have warned Tom about the smell from some of the fans. After 2 or 3 days, I'm imagining it's not as fresh as we'd hoped. Although, look at those fans. They don't look too worried about it at all, do they? They've braved the elements for the last couple of days. Sunshine, rain, it's London, more rain, and a little bit of sunshine. J.K. Rowling herself is going to be here a little bit later on as well, which a lot of fans were telling Edith earlier that they are one of the people they're most desperate to meet as well. The person, of course, that brought all of this world to life and took on a producer role in the film as well, to make sure that the films and the books stayed really true to each other, which I think is really important, and something that all of you will agree that are big fans of the book will know. Someone cleaning a 3D camera there. Nice. Can someone just tell that guy he missed a spot? I think it's important. You are watching live 3D. That probably scared the life out of a lot of people. One of the twins still making their way through. I love it. They are making their way through. It's a great. I'm really shocked they're getting people, the stars, to take their own photos. Now remember, as the cars arrive, you will be seeing them right here live on Sky 3D and on cinemas around the world in 3D right now. We're going to be passing over to Alex Zane in a moment. All people arriving. Luna Lovejoy is here. Luna's here. Luna Lovegood, there she is. Evanna Lynch is here. The crowd very excited. She plays a very important part as well in the Deathly Hallows Part 2, of which I cannot tell you any more about, because I do not want to give too much, but it's very, very important, her role. People wearing Harry Potter scarves as well there, which is just incredible.